Once you've settled into the Monastery in Kingdom Come 2's DLC, maybe gotten a tour of the winding interior, you can head to the infirmary and learn what the issue is that Albich will need your help solving. 3 people have fallen deathly ill, and the Abbot, worried it might be the Black Death, has put Albich on the case. While the apothecary works on treating the patients, it'll be your job to investigate around the monastery and determine where this sickness came from. We'll break down every step your investigation needs to take. Start by talking to the Confessor, the only one of the 3 victims still coherent enough to talk. Unfortunately, he won't be a great help, and unless you can pass quite a difficult skill check, he will refuse to reveal anything that the other victim said to him during their confessionals. If you ask Albich about this, he'll direct you to the Confessor's cell, where, with a little bit of lockpicking, you can investigate his belongings and discover that he has a bunch of jewellery lying around. Next, head outside the monastery and talk to the steward who oversees the maids, including Blazhena, one of the sick. He won't give you much, aside from accusing her of stealing from the pantry, but you can convince him to let you snoop around her room, as well as direct you to one of her friends for more information.
Don't tell her what I suspect.
In Blazhena's room, you'll find a chest filled with a suspiciously large amount of money for a maid. Liberate her of it if you want, and then go back to talk to her friend, the blonde maid who will be nearby to the steward. After a little convincing, you can get her to talk, and she'll bring up the steward's suspicious behaviour, and alleges that it is in fact him stealing money from the pantry, and he's doing something suspicious in the nearby cellar.
What if I caught it too?
It's time for more investigation. The cellar entrance is just to the right of where the steward stands around. Head down the stairs, and there are 3 locked rooms with varying difficulties of locks that you'll need to pick, or you can pickpocket the key from the steward. Inside you'll find various equipment for storing wine, but most notably is the fact that he's been watering down the monastery supply, something that could see him kicked out or even executed by the Abbot. Confront the steward and he'll ask you to come somewhere private to talk about it. You can try to intimidate him into staying, but if you fail, he'll lead you over and attack you. This can be a little tricky as he has an axe and you have just your fists, but once you beat him up enough, he'll relent and confess everything, including the fact that Blazhena discovered what he was doing, so he tried to frame her. This will finally get you a little closer to your goal as he reveals that the maid had a key for the main monastery cellar, which she shouldn't have, as maids aren't allowed inside the monastery at all.
Forgot to lock the cellar door behind me and she caught me at it.
With that sorted, you have just one more thread to investigate, and to do that, you'll need to head to the library and talk to Brother Crispin, who will give you a few leads.
I pray daily for his recovery.
First, check Jaroslav's book on the stand nearby to the library door. Jaroslav has supposedly been working on translating this book for ages, but an inspection shows that it's barely begun.
It's almost empty.
Second, head up to the 2nd floor and find Jaroslav's cell, where you'll find some old plans for the monastery cellar. Finally, head into the main chapel and talk to Brother Celeste, who will tell you that, following some suspicions, he followed Jaroslav into the cellar in the dead of night. If you started to notice a common thread here, then you're not alone, as with all of this evidence you will now be directed to the cellar. Follow it along until you reach the room with a small staircase and some scaffolding by barrels in the corner. Henry will verbally note it when you reach it. Climb through the scaffolding and you'll find a secret chamber where the monk Wojciech is writing and will confess that he and those who fell ill have been meeting in secret to work on a joke book. You can stand around listening to jokes that 15th century monks think are funny if you want, but the actually important information you need from him is the fact that there's another conspirator among them, Ernest, who hasn't been seen in a little while. Head to his cell and you'll find out why. He's dead, seemingly having been the first to catch this mysterious illness.
A rash. Same as the sick in the infirmary.
With the situation looking more serious than first thoughts, now is the time to return to Albich and report your findings, which is grave news for the monastery indeed.
Found another infected.
You're not the only one. While you were gone, they brought in several more. So, where's your sick man?
With the Lord now. I found him too late.
Lord have mercy.